going to be recording the... Stop it. No, it's because Andrea her laptop as well, so my voice was playing there as well. Okay, so I'm recording this photo. I'm going to put the volume down a little bit. I'm going to recording this photo so you guys can also have access to it after. Can everyone hear me? Okay, like say yes, no.
It's kind of robot-like. I don't know.
It's what?
It's like robot-like.
Like Darth Vader.
Yeah, you sound like
there's a background noise.
Yeah, it's
background noise. Is it still bad?
No, now it's better.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, good. Good. So I prepared a PPT for us with all the things that we need to discuss today, and I'm going to share the screen with you. So probably like if you type something, I'm not going to see, even if you do it on Facebook, because it's going to be in projection. I would prefer for us to do questions at the end of the call or even after in the Facebook group, I don't know, so we can like do it in 1 hour. I know that everyone has to study and everything, and also have some other calls after. Yeah, I'm going to start sharing and then, wait, oh my God. Okay, can you see the PPT?
Yep.
Can everyone see the PPT? Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome, Catalyst, to the network call, because the network call is in February at 9 p.m. But welcome to the spring recruitment call, where I don't know, at least we are not going to be able to discuss a lot, but at least I'm going to be able to transmit to you some informations that are going to help you, I hope, with this recruitment that it might be crucial for most of you. So the first thing, what are we discussing today? Of course, it's about spring recruitment. Okay, do I need spring recruitment? How to plan the spring recruitment? How to attract people, select them, allocate them, and also about onboarding, because onboarding is essential, how we are going to put the members on board with all the things that are happening, especially for, I think most of you are going to have the members entering first week of March, and that in terms of operational timeline and team timeline can be pretty late. So it's very, very important to think about the onboarding. And then most of the things that I'll be bringing to you guys is based on those processes, you know, the get, develop, and keep process, and the things that AI has been trying to work on with us. Okay, and this, as you can see, is a cat. We are not going to do recruitment like that, dragging people. We are going to make them come to Isaac and search for us and want to be part of this amazing organization. So how to do everything regarding spring recruitment. What I did for you guys, and then let's see if it opens here. Oh, it's here. It's loading. Wait. What I did for you guys, and then you'll be able to access the link after and do a copy, is basically, oh my God, my laptop is really, really sad. It's basically a spreadsheet with all the directions, and as soon as it loads, it's going to be awesome. But it's basically a spreadsheet with all the directions about, okay, what to take into consideration to do this recruitment. So there is a tab, there is this first tab, which is about the process implementation. So here are all the things that are inside the GET process on persona building, talent planning, talent attraction, selection, allocation, and then after you can see there's also the onboarding and all the things that you need to think about while doing it. But then, of course, I didn't just put the process here and you go there and do whatever you want. I kind of put some tabs that can be guidelines for you guys. So the first thing is this one with the plan.
Lara?
Sorry.
Sorry for interrupting. There are like 3 people who cannot enter the call because it's full, apparently.
Full? Really? Oh, I'm going to give the... Wait. How do I stop screen sharing? Okay, I'm going to give the YouTube link. Wait a minute. Okay, so everyone can see my Facebook. Awesome. Yeah, let's hope everyone can see on YouTube because broadcasting there. Okay, let's go back. Where was I? Okay, so starting again. About spring recruitment, the first thing, I did this spreadsheet so you guys can have this guideline on what to think and how to do some things, what to take into consideration to build some parts of the GET process, because the idea, of course, is for us to start implementing these things 100%. And then the first thing is here, this part with the process implementation, so you can follow up, you can write like, okay, schedule, I don't know, whatever you want to write here as a status of this thing that should be done. And then the second tab is the plan. And here you can see an example. There are some things that I did before Adia and the timeline that we did. And when you create a copy, you can edit all these things. Like come here, okay, the sheet is not going to be here, and edit however you want. But I put here just so you guys can have an example. And I'm going to put the rest of March and a little bit of April. But the idea is for the whole recruitment to happen until second week of March. Because if the members only are prepared on April, it's going to be really bad in terms of how they work inside the LCs. So here in the plan, you have an example of how you can split the plan. For example, in Orada, you split in attraction, selection, allocation, and onboarding, and all the things that are going to be inside it, all the things that we need to take into consideration and when, until when they need to happen. So why I put this here is to help you guys with, okay, how to actually follow up on the things that need to happen for this recruitment, because only putting in your MBO might not be enough, because if you work with other people, they also need to have access to the plan and have ownership on the preparation of this plan. And then the next thing, because when you guys go in the process, you see that you need to build the persona, you need to do the talent planning and all of these things. I did another spreadsheet for membership structure. Here, you are supposed to put your current structure and down the structure that you need. So as you can see, for example, I put here a fictional LC, and then if you want to add more, you can copy and paste. If you have difficulties editing spreadsheets, you can talk to me as well, and I'll help you. You can talk to Andrea because she's going to be working with these things. So yeah, you can also talk to her for help, and you can see that down on instruction needed. You guys have seen the image, right? Just to confirm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then down on instruction needed, you can see that I put some people that were not up there in red, which means that these are the people that we need to have in the LC. To have to have it visually, like who are the people, what are the people that we have, what are the people that we need, and to see as well what is going to be the overall structure of the LC. And then why this is important is because it's also going to influence later on the attraction part. You guys are going to see. And then, okay, here I know what is the structure of my LC, the structure that I want. And then on this part, it's really, really important to talk with your VP operation. The VP operations, they have some directions from the MCVP regarding how to work better with the structures, what can be the JD of the members, what is the kind of structure that would fit better to the market and the things that they want to do to achieve the plan. So it's really, really important to take these things into consideration, not to recruit, I don't know, randomly, just, I don't know, I want 20 more members because we are going to have these realizations and stuff. Think also about all the resources that we can have on the summer, like local volunteers or I don't know. Think about the structures very well and about the clarity of JD that these members need, because as you see here in the process implementation, there is this part about JD as well. It's really important to have this clarity because it's going to influence even on the journey of the member inside the organization. And then after you have this membership structure part, sorry, wait. Yes, you go on the persona. So, okay, we have here put just some generic names, but for example, for some of you might be, let's go on IGV, that is easier. A team leader and a project manager is also a team leader, okay. A team leader for Discover expansions. And then we need here a member for sales, like this team that doesn't have any member needs a member for sales, a member for approvals, a member for delivery, the idea is not just recruit for recruiting and then based on something that is on the interview to allocate these people. The idea to really implement 100% the get process is to build the persona that you need. That doesn't mean that you need to build the persona, and persona is profile, but it's just a professional term, let's say. So, okay, I'm going to use profile. So the idea is not to build a profile for each member that you want to recruit, because for some areas, some members, like you just need a generical profile. So what you do is that you come here and you build a persona. So there is a general persona, there is a persona for sales, there is a persona for marketing, because for some positions you are going to need some people that have some kind of marketing tendency, marketing knowledge. But anyway, like it's not something that we usually do with all these details and stuff. So okay, Laura, how are we actually going to do it? And then what I have for you guys, like I'm not going to explain each detail here, but when you access the spreadsheet and when you have the copy, you can access this link to build a persona, because AI, they had the consultancy spaces that I mentioned to you guys, on which they also built a lot of materials explaining this part of the processes. So when you enter here on this PPT, you are going to see as well, like there are already some profiles, some personas ready for sales, for TM, but we shouldn't recruit for back office right now. So there are already the personas ready here, and there are the things that you can use as example to build these personas that I put here, the spaces that I put here. And then also I put here the support material, the competence model, which can be a base as well. Because when you enter the competence model, there is one specific part. There is the operational persona that I showed to some of you that were in the summit, but I can enter here really quick while it loads. It's also important to build like the persona based on some competence level, because the idea right now is to do the recruitment based on the competences, like the selection and the allocation. And I'm going to show it to you when we get there. Okay?
Yes.
And then, okay, this is the part where you build the persona and everything, and you can have everything organized here. I put like 3 profiles per line, so it doesn't get too, I don't know, too big, but it doesn't mean that you need to have 6 profiles. You can have more if you need, you can have less if you need, you can erase these things once you create the copy. And then after that, there is university and operational timeline. Here, what is what is going to happen in Oradea. They have kind of an emergency situation. This is how it's going to happen for them. But I left it here so you guys can have some example on how to actually build the timeline. And this is more of a visual timeline. So as you can see, like we were talking there, I put Become timeline, Discover Schools timeline, so we could understand how to work with the membership. You can put also universities timeline to understand when can you do the things. And then you also put here what is going to be your recruitment timeline. So, for example, okay, since there's going to be sessions and I don't want to be that late with the part of interviews and stuff, we are going to start the online promo starting next week, which is last week of January. We're going to start this week, and next week there's going to be online promo, and then on the next week we start interviewing people, and then you can put here, I don't know, interviews for these 2. And then here we have their allocation. And here on this part is when they start the onboarding, which is going to last 2 weeks. I'm not going to put colors here. I'm just showing you guys how I can do. And then having this timeline is going to help you to build the plan as well. Like the plan is the last thing that you do after you have the timeline, the membership structure, all the things that you want to do, and then you understand what do you need to do in order to achieve them, and then you put on the plan. Okay, so there is this timeline here to make it more visual for you guys and to anyone else that you work with. And then, okay, I have the structure. I know how many people I need. I know to which positions I need people. I did their persona, so I know, for example, based on the persona, I know what universities I want to target. I know what kind of competencies I want to find on these people. I know when I'm going to do these things, when I'm going to start implementing when I can execute the process. Now I need to set my targets. And that's when we go into the conversion rates. And then after that, into the attraction. So I built here a part where you guys can put from the auto recruitment, like all the information from the auto recruitment. So how many applicants you had, how many people being interviewed, how many people you guys recruited. And then when you put these numbers here, you're going to have like a percentage being generated here, which is the conversion rate. Let me put here actually. Conversion rate, which is going to be the conversion rate. And then what you need to do here on the second part, like when you are setting the target for spring recruitment, is just to insert the number of members. And then let me put an example here, 180 people interviewed, that they took 30 people. And then you already had the membership structure analysis. And then it's based on that, like you analyze the membership structure and you saw that you need 20 members. So based on the conversion rate here, the spreadsheet is going to tell you how many people you need to have as applicant, to have the number of interviews that is going to give you the number of members that you need. And then you see that there are some broken numbers here, but 66.6666 means 67. And 53, this number here means 54. I think there is a formula that can make this round up. I'm going to find it and I'm going to put it here. I just remembered. But anyway, then on this conversion rate part, it shows you how many people you need to have as applicants to actually get the number of members that you need, that you want. And then, okay, you have this number of members, you have this target of applicants. Now that you have the target of applicants, you start thinking about the attraction. Like you already have the persona and you have the target of applicants. So now it's time to take these two things and put into the attraction. So you build a persona, and based on that, you know the universities that you want to target. You know I don't know, there are a lot of specific things that you put on the persona that is going to help you understand where you are going to try to find these people. So the where and the channels are actually different because, for example, where can be specific campus, faculties, on the dorms, on, I don't know, university pubs, whatever, it's actually suitable. And then the channel is like, okay, inside these faculties, what are the channels that I can use? Is there a student union that I can contact that might help me promote online? Is there a library where I can put flyers? Is there I don't know what is the name in English exactly, but like, is there a panel where people put opportunities and stuff that I can use, that we can put things there? And this is the difference. Like, where is okay, where I can go in channels is the specific things, the specific means, be it online or offline, that you can use to actually reach those people. And then the how to do it, how to do the attraction, is a space where you can start brainstorming the content. Like, okay, how can we gather content? We can have, it doesn't matter, like we still don't know the message itself, but there are many ways how we can gather content. So videos of people working on a daily basis in the office, testimonial of members, testimonial of EPs, even, I don't know, alumni. I want a teacher to talk about ISEC. Maybe will help attract more people from the university. So this is the brainstorming of how to gather the content. And then after you have the message, you are going to shape what is coming from this content. So, okay, in the attraction, you put the where, the channels, the how to do it. And then there's a part of the message. I didn't put here the specific message because I know that each one of you, like, I don't know, have different relations with the university or with this market, that market. What I put here for you is the overall message, like the global, the global message of recruitment, which is there. The global message of recruitment, which is the fact that we develop leadership through practical team experiences in a global environment, improving your personal and professional skills. And then based that, and they did that based on the survey, on an international survey that happened, like customer interviews and this kind of stuff. And then they found out that the things that people search the most in Isaac is personal development, career development, and skills development. And that's how they shape the product around. And you can see that on these two support materials that I put here. Like on these two support materials, the first one is a support on how, like, what to think when doing attraction. For example, I used this, like exactly this thing with Foradia. Like we were thinking that when you have something general, the people there are not very attracted to it. But if we start showing the routine of people there inside Isaac, and even what, like the impact that these people are having in the community of Oradia, because they also want in the LC people that care about, I don't know, the change that they can do in Oradia and the impact that they can have in Oradia. We started thinking that there are some questions, some very good questions that we can take into consideration. And these questions are also inside the support material that I put here. So how do people feel when working in Isaac? What do you put in practice when working in Isaac? Like to have this kind of testimonial from the members, and then how are we impacting the local society? So to get testimonials from the EPs and how was their work, or even maybe it's possible to get testimonial from someone from the NGO. And then when we started sending messages to people for them to answer these questions. And the idea now is to take these things with a picture of these people working there in Oradia or working in Isaac, to put like a small part of the testimonial and to promote the things based on the leadership qualities. So let's say that testimonial itself, for example, how are we impacting the local society, connects a lot with one of the defining elements of Word Citizen. So the picture would be like with kind of a green filter, and promoting the promo message itself on the description of the picture and everything would be more correlated with the part of Word Citizen. So to do this kind of promo that actually connects with things that people need, and that tell personal stories, because that's how people there feel more attracted into Isaac. So yeah, and then we also took into consideration this fact that people mostly go for the personal development, and that they need to see that it's going to develop them in skills and it's going to contribute to their careers. And that's why we chose these questions. Do you guys have questions so far? I think I'm speaking very fast.
I don't.
Wait, who said that? I couldn't hear very well. Okay, I didn't understand.
It's all good. It's okay.
Okay.
I have one question.
Uh-huh.
On the summit, you show us more personal about recruitment, about what questions should we ask. Mm-hmm. If it's in that link on the support material.
Yeah, I'm going to show you now. Okay. So yeah, until so far, like all these things that I explained to you guys, it fits on persona building. So matching the personas with what your entity needs. So when they say here, match global personas with your entity requirements, they mean like, yeah, check that material that we did. They already have some personas on sales, on this, on that, and see, like you can use it 100%, or you can see and adapt to your reality, add more stuff. For example, the persona made by AI, it doesn't have like academic background, location, this kind of local interest, because they went very general, let's say, because of course a global persona. It also fits the part of aligning recruitment timeline, organizational structure. This part of talent review I'm going to talk after. Plan recruitment campaigns, so talent attraction, how are going to be the goals, the conversion, plan the target, the channel, the message, execute your campaign. Of course, it only happens after when you actually execute it. And then now we go to the part of talent selection and allocation. First thing, they're going to be, of course, you're going to interview people and stuff. That means that you need to train some people that will participate with you on this recruitment part. And mostly I really like them to be from PM and not to use people from the operations. So it's the first thing on talent selection allocation, like to train the recruiters for them to get an objective assessment. And then here is specifically, this part is going to be really important, because if the idea, like it's something that we need to start shifting to, is to do the selection based on the competence model, that means that the people that are going to interview need to understand it by heart, not only them, but also us. Like it's, of course, it's going to take us a while to learn it completely, like 100%, but it's something that needs to start being part of what we do as PM, whatever. So, okay, now we get to the part of selection allocation. And then the first thing that is, the only thing that is here is this link for the tool of competence-based selection. So in the summit, I showed you guys the international one. So the tool that AI developed is the same thing, but I just changed the organization of some things. Because, for example, the part of selection allocation were into different types. And then I put them in just one, because otherwise you would have, I don't know. So as you can see here, what happens is that the questions, they are all based on the competences. So at first, and I don't have time to explain the competences, I can send you guys also the video from AI or do a video explaining more about that. But when you go into the competence model, there are the core competences, which are things that people need to develop in a daily basis and work on in a daily basis in Isaac. And here they are the first part of the questionnaire. Like you see that there is growth, empathy, ignorance, and agility. And then you have here questions or cases that are related to that. But then you think, do I need to do this exact question? Do I need to put this exact case? No, but just make sure that if you want to do something different, you go there, you read it in the competence model, and you kind of build the question or anything relating to the competence itself. So, for example, okay, I saw here, read, and when I was building why is the persona important as well? Because when you build the persona, you put in which level you want these people to be regarding some competences, more on functional, but you can also build a persona on core competences. I saw here, and I really want I want to find a specific member that is really data savvy, like, I don't know, level 3 or something. Then, okay, you see what would be a level 3 in data savvy, and you can build a case or whatever else you want that relates to that. And it's going to allow you to evaluate this person and understand if it's the member that you are searching for. So, like, you can adapt the questions. There is also a question pool here with a lot of other questions that you can see, how you can use and everything, but that doesn't keep you from developing your own. Just make sure that they are somehow correlated with the competence model. And then here, what you do is that you have here the description, so we don't forget what they mean. You have the question, and you are going to evaluate these people from 1 to 5. And then you see here the description. So not competent in this area, marginal skills, blah, 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 blah. That means that we also need to read a little bit and understand that it's the minimum about the competences to make sure that when the interviews are happening, we can relate these things. Or we can keep even outputs here and then evaluate from 1 to 5 after. Because what happens is that we put numbers here. I'm evaluating randomly, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And then what happens is that there's going to be a score here, down here. This is the medium. And then you see that so far, this part here is written, this candidate is a good fit for the organization. If there is a formula, please don't edit this formula, that it's classifying the candidates according to the score that they have on the competences. This is competence-based recruitment. And then there is a 4th step. So as you guys saw, like, I didn't went through them because it's something that we always do. So icebreaker is 1st step. Second step is calibration, like to make sure that the person is aligned, understand what does it require to be a member of Isaac, and blah, blah, blah. Third step is this part of the interview. And then the fourth step is value-based questionnaire. And then, yeah, this part is going to be a little subjective, but it's not something that we need to be very strict about, let's say. Like, there are some basic questions that are correlated to the Isaac values, and then what you need to evaluate is just if the person has shown that value with the answer for the question or not. Like, you have a question about integrity. And that's it, if the person has integrity or not. And then you just evaluate them on 1 or 2. And then here, what the tool does is that if the person doesn't have one of the quality, automatically they are not the best fit for the organization. But then you do what you want with this answer. Like, okay, am I going to select someone that had, I don't know, in 2 questions about values got 1, like meaning that they don't possess the value? Am I going to, I don't know, you are going to define you are going to define the bar of your recruitment. But the tool is going to recommend you not to, because the idea is to have people that live their Isaac values inside the organization. And then after that, you did the first part, which is basically the selection, like, okay, this person has the core competences, this person has, this person has the part of self-reflection, this person has the values. It means that it's a fit for the organization. But even if this person is generally a fit for the organization, maybe it doesn't mean that this person fit on the functions that we have. But how will I know that? Through the competency-based allocation. And then what happens here is that there are a set of questions based on each function that we have on the competence model. Because when you guys go in the competence model, you're going to see that there is this part of sales, marketing, operations, talent management, finance, and information management. And then you think, okay, do I need to interview them for all of this if I don't actually need some people with some of the skills? No, this is just a general model. It doesn't mean I need to interview them for each one of those. Do I need to use just these questions that are here? No. As you can see here, you can add other things. Just make sure that they are connected with the competencies itself. And then what you do here is that you're going to evaluate, just like that first one, you're going to evaluate the person from 1 to 5. And then based on how they go for each function, the tool is also going to tell you to which function the member is best suitable for. So you have here like operations like sex, projects, talent management, blah, blah. And then what they recommend is to have at least like 1 question for back office. Like, let's say that in the future, the idea is to not recruit people for back office, but to, like, in the people that you recruit for front office, to see this kind of potential on them. Like the people that in the future might be successes for that. Because honestly, like recruiting people for front office doesn't help. Because, like, of course, sometimes you recruit that person that is outstanding and it's such a engaged member and he learns so fast. But usually, to be in back office, you already need some kind of Isaac knowledge and some kind of experience, not really a long one, but an understanding of what happens in the organization, how the systems goes to actually provide support for the people. So that's why it's not recommended to recruit people for back office. Because if you have someone that is just recruited for back office and then the person takes 1 month, 2 months to learn something, how is the person going to provide support for that team leader or for those members that are already also learning? So yeah, but anyway, it's important for us to identify some back office potential on those people that we are recruiting. For example, I'm going to give the Orado example again. What happened there is that I put them to do some to use the marketing part, to do some interview on marketing as well, to feed PM pipeline. Because on the talent management persona, what you are searching for is insights, like someone with the competence of insights, and championing the member. And then on marketing, what's like, it's very similar because it's insights and championing the customer. So it's quite easy to shift that. So anyway, that's how we should search for people that could also be good for back office in the future. Yeah, and this is basically like, it's the simplest allocation ever, interview and allocation. Why I suggest to do that is because from what I saw, like I was looking at how many members we have in the LCs, and I don't know if, at least from what I saw so far and what I talked to the MCVPs of the structures that are being suggested, I don't think that maximum, I don't know, that more than one or two LCs are going to recruit more than 20 people or something, or even, I hope it's less than that. So it's kind of a faster process that shouldn't take so much from your HR or even time. Like if you're going to recruit 10 people, you don't need to do an assessment center and then this and that, and then only an interview to recruit them, to have these 10 people there. And even thinking about the operational timeline, we should think about ways of doing this recruitment faster. So that's why I suggest to do the selection allocation this way, because it's actually very specific. Like it's not, I don't know how to explain exactly, but when you come here to this competence model and then you read it and you go there, let me see if it's open here. I think it is. Wait, yeah. When you go in the competence model, you have very specific personas here on the fourth tab on hand persona. This is what you use to build those personas. So you have very specific levels on which you want people to be. So you have clear things that you want to evaluate on them, like clear things that you want to find on them, and that can be shown by those questions. So it's not like, we have the possibility to have this kind of clarity. So I don't know, I think it's very possible to do this recruitment, this spring recruitment based on this, like the interview for selection and for allocation, and together. Not, of course, give the person the answer at that point, but to have a process with just one phase.
Here I have something to ask. Aren't these personas a little bit too tough for students? For example, after I was done with my talent review in the local, most of the people had like 0 and 1 on most of the capabilities, and only the VPs have had like 2 or maybe 3. Very, very low scores. It's a little tough.
So, first thing about the persona, because the talent review evaluate the core competence, and then what I noticed in the AI model is that it was pretty confusing because you had like level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you were doing the talent review and putting 0 there or 1, when actually the person, like, I don't know, putting 0 was influencing a lot the talent review in a weird way. So I kind of changed it here and put what was 0 in the core competence itself. What was 0? I put 1, like 0 is 1, 1 is 2, 2 is 3, and this kind of stuff. And actually, like the result of the talent review was more reliable. So first thing, you can try.
Good idea.
Is going to show a different result, but on the persona, no, because like the idea of the persona, and that only applies for the persona, is that these people here, and then on the persona there is level 0 or 1, because it doesn't influence on the talent review. The persona is supposed to be the base for you to both recruit people, like do the persona to recruit, and also to understand how to provide education for people to be the persona that you want them to be. But what happens here is that like these people that are on level 0 or 1 is kind of member level. Level 2, it's team leader. It's level 3, EBs, 4, MC, and 5, international level. So like it's not very, it's not hard. Like you shouldn't, of course, maybe you want to recruit 1 or 2 people that have kind of level 2 in some things, because you want to start seeing who can be that team leader pipeline or something, but you're not supposed to, I don't know, want to recruit a member with level 5. you know, of knowledge, because it's also about being real, about the skills of people. But when they put here like this, this level 0 is not bad. It's the minimum level that we need on someone that is entering Isaac as a member. That's it. Like, it doesn't mean that it's bad. Like, I cannot put that I want someone with level 0 on marketing sites because, I don't know, this is bad. It's not. Like, it's the basic knowledge, it's the basic skill that someone needs to have to actually enter in Isaac and to understand and do some things. And then you see that on level 0, things are very basic. But then let's say that you can even want someone that is level 1. Like, I need someone that is level 1 on insights in marketing because this is the things that we are going to do, and they're a little bit more complex, so we need someone with a little bit more of knowledge. And then when you think about this, like when you are building this persona, and then if you see that, okay, on this part I need someone with a level that is a little bit up, it also helps you to understand, to think about where then am I going to find this person. If I want someone that is level 1, I don't know, at championing the customers, or level 2 at championing the customers, am I going to look for this person in the faculty of letter? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, because this is not their focus. So it also helps you to build that. Did it clarify your question?
No, it's okay. The way you explained the functional persona is the way that we created the personas, like, because we already did that. But it was about the the competencies that in the talent review. It made the vice presidents very nervous and scared about seeing a lot of red everywhere.
Yeah, I was doing that, and then I noticed that it wouldn't work. Like, to have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it was really bad. Like, it wasn't fitting at all. And then it was good for you to mention this part of talent review, because it was on one of the things that I said that it's important. So also on the structure, I know that some of you are still doing the reallocation. For some LCs, like, I don't know for the big LCs if it's going to be possible to do it now, because there are a lot of members, but for the small LCs, it might be really good to do this talent review of the members, which is also, it's everything on you're going to see in the end where you can find these things. But the talent review is basically how you can evaluate where your members are. Like, this is a fictional evaluation that I did myself, and then, like, you put their performance, and also you evaluate them in core competences and values, and then the tool is going to give you the result, like, of how they are. And there are some tools, there are some cells that are automatic, so you just need to, like, fill the numbers from 1 to 5. When you see like this, it seems complicated, but it's just like, what the fuck did I do here? Sorry. Anyway, so you just need to fill the numbers from 1 to 5, but of course, like, using the competence database, and the tool is going to show you where these people are. If they are members that are achiever, they are below, they're anyway overachievers, and then you decide what do you want to do with them. So it's really good to show you the situation of your membership. And then how you are supposed to evaluate them is like the VPs, like the VPPM working with the VPs to evaluate the members, or having the team leaders evaluating the members. But then the VPPM needs to be working with them as well, because it's still the competence model is not that well known yet. But I'm going to do a video explaining more about the talent review tool. Okay. We said that it would be 1 hour. So this was it for the selection allocation. The idea is that everything that I'm showing here is going to be on this tool, and you guys can create copies and put on your local folders to edit and everything. Please don't edit these tools that I put the link here, because otherwise you are not going to have them anymore. And then, okay, after I selected and then I allocated people, now I have my members. What the fuck do I do with them? That's why we have talent onboarding. The talent onboarding, it's basically what the word says. So it's onboarding your members on the work in Isaac. So it's not just, okay, the member enter and then we see what we do and the team leader will do this or that. No. If you're going to do a recruitment, you need to have a plan from before on how it's going to be at least the 10 first days of these members, because this is going to set the tone of their experience. And then First thing, a good case practice of how this onboarding can happen was Cluj on the last recruitment. They had like everything set with the VPs, but I really don't recommend to do this onboarding like, even though it's task based, to be kind of a selection. Like, okay, if people enter and then at some point there is someone that didn't deliver what they were supposed to, I would recommend more a talk, one-to-one, this kind of things to understand, rather than you are out or anyway people are missing, they're not doing things. Like, try to have a follow-up. Like, if you have the test from before, also set how is going to be the follow-up to avoid people leaving, and also to make sure that they are actually being tracked by their team leaders. And then here the team leader can be both the VP or the team leader itself from middle management. And then how to do these tasks. What I put here is a link also from the AI material where they put a lot of examples like, okay, what do I take into consideration? Okay, is this the right one? I hope it is, yes. So they show here the task-based assessment, like how to design them, and then what do I take into consideration, and then they have examples of tasks. So I put this document there because I think that it gives you guys like the practical example that I cannot give by explaining, like just talking here. So they showed the whole process, like again, like it was made with external partners and it was made with the international steering team. They put everything here, and then it doesn't need to be something complicated. Like you guys can organize it. Let's say that you can have either a spreadsheet or I don't know, every member is going to receive in their emails a PDF with the test that they need to deliver, and these tests have deadline and they have percentage, and then they even have like, okay, who do you need to deliver this test for? Who are you going to be accountable for? And the tasks can be things that the members are going to do alone, and also things that the members need to do together with another member, with the team leader, with the VP, you know? So the thing here when you are designing these tasks is to think in a way that the member is going to work from his first day in Isaac. And I don't mean work in the sense that they're going to spend 5 hours each day in the LC, but work in the sense that he's going to have the practical experience, because it's one of the things that we are going to offering when we are there promoting recruitment, and then work in a way that he's going to learn and see and get the hand of what he needs to do really fast, you know. And especially now that we are, especially now because of operational timeline, that's really important. And then also inside this task, inside this onboarding, I'm sorry, besides being task-based, another thing that is important is that part on onboarding people on Isaac, like Isaac Day. It doesn't need to be like one day just for Isaac and stuff, like see what are the relevant stuff to talk about. You also need to make sure that there's going to be the functional induction, like the basic things are going to be aligned between the operations, like that every member is going to receive customer flow education, and these basic things that are present on the everyday of the operation. And that's it, basically. Like, taking these things into consideration, this is how we are going to implement 100% the GET process. So you see here, provide all on the part of talent onboarding is provide organizational, functional, whatever knowledge that this member needs to fulfill his job description, and that he understands the Isaac Green picture. Make an engagement plan for a member for the first 10 days, consisting on the job tasks, event, meeting, LC touch points, mentorship program if it happens, if it exists. And here this part of establish your HR administrative process is having the members on Expo and on Podium, because this is how we control the HR. And anyway, the members need to be on Expo to take the LDA, to receive the standards and everything. So if you guys enter on the spreadsheet and go through each one of these things, you are basically going to have the 100% implementation of the GET process. And this is the main thing. And then, wait, Yeah, and then I'm going to post this PPT there on the group, but it has here like all the files besides like the ones that I put the link on the tool and everything. Like, okay, where can I find all these files on the hub? So there is a link here. This is like, how do I get to the spreadsheet that I just showed you? You can come here, the competence model to support you, the tools, like all the tools that I open, even though they're going to be on the spreadsheet, they're also all in one folder in my drive. I didn't put on the hub because some things there, they need to be copied, so it wouldn't be that fast. And the master tracker is where you are going to put the plan. Like when I put here in the get part, membership structure, you're going to see up here that I put, you add the plan here. So I created a tab in the PM master tracker, which is written Spring Recruitment. You just put there what is your plan for each area. And that's it. So I can also follow up on that, help you, and anyway, see how I can support you with this. Also have the understanding together with the MCVP operations. It's very important to know how many people are entering in our organization to understand what is going to be our reality. Yeah, and these are the links and a reminder of some things that need to happen. Okay, so we need to migrate the people to Podio until February. This plan of recruitment, I really recommend you guys to have everything ready until maximum 9 of February, because if it's after that, it's going to be really late. Like even for the members to enter. And also there are other things, like for you guys to start thinking also about the building phase. Like, okay, some of you are going to have these people being recruited entering on March, but they're already team leaders with teams now. They're like team leaders, they're going to have some members now, and they need to do the building phase with these members. You guys need to start putting people on board with that. Use the tracker, like the team status tracker. There is a timeline there. And also you need to take into consideration when building this plan, how is going to be the standards delivery to the new members. Also, the members should be taking the exit LDA right now, so don't forget to take yours as well. And as like your job as a VPPM 18, like because this part of exit LDA is also on the 17, but in your term as a VP 18, you need to start allocating the people on EXPA. I already put all the LCPs in there, so you can be put on EXPA already and start adding the people that you already have reallocated in their positions. And make sure that they are going to be allocated in the right way, like team leaders and the members on there and everything. Because before we had some teams which was like the VP, and then all the members of the area were like, even though they were team leaders, were just like as members, and that's that harms like in the way that things are going to work there on Exp, and even some permissions that they might have. Yeah, we have 8 minutes. Who has questions and about what? Tell me.
Okay, you said that the building phase has to happen the first week of February. You mean the building phase for the departments with their members, like the VP?
The building phase of the team leaders with their teams.
Okay, but we don't have team leaders yet.
But you have VPs, and VPs are team leaders of their members.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Secondly, you said that we have to allocate members on expand on the 2018 term, whatever. Do you have a video about that as well? Because extra kind of do. And I'm not very well with extra, and I always look on the videos that you place for working on extra.
Okay. There is a post on Zendesk. I think I sent it to you guys. But yeah, I don't think the video is needed because the post has the print screen and stuff. I can send the link again.
Oh, okay. Another thing, is there a way to track like who did the XLDA? or do I have to use my LCP's account to check every member if they did it or not?
You cannot see the name of the specific members. What I would recommend is to ask the members to send a print screen every time that they do it, because how I track it, like the way that it shows on Expo is not very exact. So how I track is through the AI dashboard, because they update it, like the AI international update how is the exit at the in the LCs. Because I tried to track it and it was not showing like right. But then what you guys need to be careful with is like sometimes like some people came to talk to me like, oh, I don't have this many members. Why do I have this many members on Expo? It's because even though the people left the organization, they are still active on Expo. So they're going to count. So when a member leave or something, it's good to delete him. But like you don't have, there's no need to delete people from past terms, because once their term is over, they're not going to be active anymore.
Okay, and the last one. We're gonna have quite a big recruitment, and after that we're gonna implement the team leader thingies. So the timeline will be looking a little bit funny. Can we talk about this like after the recruitment?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that was my question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you as well.
Other questions? We have 4 minutes.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a national timeline for recruitment, or depends of the LC, and where should the recruitment, where should the allocation, where should the right timeline?
Until Sprinkle.
That's okay. I like this.
Timeline for me, but like really for the ones that are not going to like not going to recruit more than 10 people, I would really recommend like to start online promo maximum first week of February to have the selection happening, like everything happening until Sprinkle, like selection allocation, and then like from Sprinkle on the onboarding.
Okay.
Even if it's like 20 people, it's okay. There are some, because for big cities, for example, if Cluj decides, I don't know, oh, we need to recruit 20 people, first thing, like, oh, I need to send you guys the link for the Podio part. Like when you go in the recruitment interest form, there are some people that have been subscribing because the form is open. We do not close it. Like people have the right to subscribe, that they want to be members of Isaac whenever they want. We have 190, 120 something people that have subscribed since last recruitment. So for some LCs, there are already people in the database. You can contact them, and as well, like for the ones that don't have difficulty getting people online, it's not that hard to get them. Because I know that you guys said that, oh, there are exams and these kind of things, and then like I know that on this period of the year, it's not easy to do the offline promo, but you can work on the online promo as well and see how it goes. Not only on online promo, of course, there are ways of doing things offline without being clash out and stuff, but to think about that. And then I can send an email explaining better as well, for if there is someone that don't quite understand this part.
Hey, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
About the online promo. Do we get pre-made posters, or we need to do them by our own?
There are the pre-made posters from the last one, but it's because on the last semester, Oski had the NSTs that were responsible for that. I need to check with him how is the structure right now. But what I was thinking is maybe like for the LCs to see the message that they want to transmit during recruitment, because the last time that we did it, like some were not actually using it, and then some LCs gave feedback too late about like the message itself. So I was thinking about each LC having, I don't know, whatever you think it fits, but I will see like the message that I saw with Oradia, how we can fit for the other ones, and see how we can do a national one. But I don't know, because I was really thinking about having a focus online and not offline.
Another question about the Facebook photo frame with the reputation. Where I can find one of those?
It was a PPT picture, I'm going to write down these things so I can work on them. Wait. Yeah, it's a frame, like it can be either it was a PPT where you put a picture as a background and then you download it and put on Facebook, but then there is this new feature on Facebook where you can do the badge and stuff. So most probably we are going to start using that.
Okay.
I have a question too. How will we do it with Sprinkle? I mean, you mentioned that we should do onboarding after Sprinkle, but can the newies come to Sprinkle, or will it not be? Or will the conference not be specifically made for newies as well?
Sprinkle is for everyone.
Okay. Okay.
So do the new members have like a new track on Sprinkle?
Because in my mind it's for everyone. Let me just remind.
Sorry, as a Sprinkle hero, I need to tell you that we need our members to come to Sprinkle.
See?
All of them.
It's everyone. I was not sure. Sorry, I forgot about all the
so do they have like a separate track, like a new track?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
New tracks, and then there are also sessions there everyone. Or it can be, I don't know, maybe new members with team leaders. It depends on how the agenda managers are going to work. But everything thought on according to what is going to be delivered and stuff, not like let's just put the members here and that's it. Okay, so I took note of some things mainly regarding the promo, and I'm going to talk with Oscar on the next to see how we can work on these things on the next week. But then like every request that you guys might have, talk to me on private as well, like send messages and stuff. I'm going to send an email to you about these online things because yeah, not everyone knows how it actually works. But just so you guys can know from now, like HLC have the right, like can do one post on the Facebook page, like of Isaac in Romania, free on the week. So like, because Oski can create the post that is going to be targeted to the city. So you just need to have the content and give the content to him and he's going to create it. Yeah. And there's also the Facebook ads, but the Facebook ads, of course, like we pay to Facebook, so it's not for free. And we invest like, okay, how much you say that you want to invest, that's how much we invest. And then once the ad itself reaches that value, it stops running. But for those who never invested, the recommended is 50 lei, maximum 100 lei. If there was like no such thing as big investments on this ad part for recruitment and stuff to test. Page for Facebook. Okay. More questions, guys? Okay, good. So yeah, after this call, I'm going to post the link for the YouTube video. I'm going to post the link for the PPT, all the things that I put here, and also the things that I'm going to be doing this week. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Yeah. And don't forget to send the link of Podio to your members so they can start filling it. We have 90-something people there, and we have 700 members on Isaac in Romania, so I think that we can have more people. Yes, Tudor?
No, nothing. Fine.
Okay, okay, yeah, and please, let's put people there. We want to see how it's Okay, guys. So thank you so much, and I hope it really helped you. Anything else, any questions that you have, again, ask on the group, ask directly on private, and we'll be here to help you. Okay? Bye. Have a good week.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Broadcast.